Hare Krishna, Kamadiki Mataji, Danvat Pranam, so glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharajas and all the assembled Vaishnavas. This is Kirtida Sundari Dasi. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Kirtida Sundari Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj. And thank you very much for joining Mataji and giving your association. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Kamadiki Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. This is Vrinda from Bhakti.
Hare Krishna, Vrinda Mataji. Please accept my obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and glories to Guru Maharaj. Thank you very much for joining in. They're very, very nice devotional service. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and the assembled devotees. This is Flavia from Atlanta. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Flavia Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and glories to Guru Maharaj. And thank you very much for joining and also giving nice services. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Is there anyone else who would like to introduce themselves?
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. This is Preeti Lasundasi from California. Thank you so much, Mataji, for your very warm welcoming. And thanks to all the devotees for the beautiful chanting. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj. Thank you, Mataji, for joining. Hare Krishna. Mataji, is Prabhuji here on call? Has he joined yet?
हरे कृष्णा कौमुदकी माताजी दंडवत प्रणाम शिल प्रभुपाद की जय गुरु महाराज की जय दिस इज श्यामा गौरी देवी दासी फ्रॉम शार्लेट
Hare Krishna, Shama Gauri Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Guru Maharaj, Prabhupada, and all the devotees. Hare Krishna. Thank you for joining.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble. Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, Guru and Gauranga. This is Nidhi from Cincinnati.
Mataji, what is your name? I'm forgetting. Nidhi.
Nidhi from
Nice.
Cincinnati.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. Nidhi Mataji for joining. Hare Krishna. Please accept my obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj and all the devotees. Very nice Radha Krishna deities. Very beautifully decorated. Thank you. Hare Krishna Mataji. Are they your own deities? You
Yes, Mataji. Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, very beautiful. What are the names?
Radha Shyam Sundar.
Radha Shyam Sundar. Jai. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
I think Prabhuji has not joined yet. So we can chant if nobody has. Oh, okay. Priti Lashin Mataji. Vinita Gundavika Mataji. I don't know who.
Prabhuji has joined Mataji.
Okay. Welcome to Bhakti Sangha Japan. Welcome to Bhakti Sangha Conference. To join the conference call. So today's class will be given by His Grace Adi Gadadahr Prabhuji, the Ramayana in the Gaur Lila. This is the topic. So Prabhuji, Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj. Thank you very much for giving your very valuable time and association this morning and enlightening on this topic. Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, I hand the call to you now. Please accept it. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Kaumudaki Mataji. Humble obeisances to you. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. I'm very grateful to all of you, especially to Kirtida Sundari Mataji and Kriti Vilasini Mataji for giving me this opportunity to speak some Ram Katha today, because it is the auspicious Tithi of Shri Ramanavami tomorrow. So let us start with our Mangalacharan prayers, dear devotees. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtham Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamhyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Panchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaura Tise Namaha. Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam. He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, dear devotees, for joining. And we are having a series of lectures on Shri Ram Lila this week, because tomorrow is the divine appearance day of Lord Ramachandra, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So because this is usually our Chaitanya Charitamrit study time, I thought I will try to combine Gaur Lila and Shri Ram Lila. So I would like to read a section from Shri Chaitanya Charitamrit to all of you today, and we will be also reading a very beautiful chapter from Shri Valmiki Ramayana. So let me share my screen, dear devotees. I hope everyone is able to see my screen. So we are reading from Shri Chaitanya Charitamrit of Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, Madhya Lila, chapter 9, verses 178 onwards. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Gurave Gaura Chandraya Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tad Bhaktaya Namo Namah Manojavam Marutatulla Vegam Jitendriyam Buddhimatam Varishtham Vatatmajam Va Narayuta Mukhyam Shri Ramadutam Sharanam Prapadde Lokabhiramam Ranarangadhiram Rajiva Netram Raghuvam Shanatham Karunyarupam Karunakarantam Shri Ramachandram Sharanam Prapadde दक्षिण मथुरा आईला काम कोष्ठी हईते ताहा देखा हईला एक ब्राह्मण सहिते. Translations by our most beloved founder Acharya Om Vishnupad Paramhamsa Parivrajaka Ashtottar Shata Shri Srimad Abhay Charanarvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. In the interest of time, we will not be reading the beautiful purports that are there because we have to cover a lot of ground. Hare Krishna. So, translation by Srila Prabhupada. When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu arrived at southern Mathura from Kamakoshthi, he met a Brahman. So, this southern Mathura in the purport Srila Prabhupada is saying, it is known as Madurai. So, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to Madurai. Let's go to the next verse. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Verse number 179. Sei Vipra Mahaprabhu ke Kaila Nimantrana Rama Bhakta Sei Vipra Virakta Mahajana. The Brahman who met Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Madurai invited the Lord to his home. This Brahman was a great devotee and an authority on Lord Sri Ramachandra. He was always detached from material activities. So beautiful. He was a Rama Bhakta and he was Virakta, very detached, and he was a Mahajan. He was a great devotee and a great authority. Jai. Verse number 180. Kritamalaye snana kari aila tara ghare भिक्षा की दीबे न विप्र पाक नाही करे. Translation. After bathing in the river Kritamala, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to the Brahman's house to take lunch. But he saw that the food was unprepared because the Brahman had not cooked it. Vipra paka nahi kare. He had not cooked. He invited Mahaprabhu for lunch, but he had not cooked anything for his guest. Verse number 181. Mahaprabhu kahe tare shuna mahashay madhyana hoila kene pak nahi hai. Seeing this, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said to the Brahman, my dear sir, please tell me why you have not cooked. It is already noon. Madhyana, it is already noon time. Kene pak nahi hai? Why you have not cooked? Oh Mahashay, Mahaprabhu is saying. Verse number 182. Vipra kahe Prabhu mora aranya vasati pakera samagri vane namile samprati. The Brahman replied, my dear Lord, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we are living in the forest. For the time being, we cannot get all the ingredients for cooking. The Brahman is saying, my dear Lord, Prabhu Mora, Aranya Vasati. My Lord Ramachandra lives in the forest. He is completely absorbed in Ram Lila. This Brahman is completely absorbed. Pakera samagri vane namile samprati. And right now we don't have all the ingredients to cook. We are in the forest. Verse 183. Vanya shaka phalamula anibe lakshmana tabe Sita karibe na paka prayojana. The Brahman is saying to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, my dear Mahaprabhu, when Lakshman brings all the vegetables, fruits and roots from the forest, Vanya Shaka Phala Mula, Anibe Lakshmana. When Lakshman will bring some shak, some leafy vegetables from the forest, some phala, some fruits, and mula, some roots, like radish, Sita will do the necessary cooking. Tabe Sita karibe na paka prayojana. At that time, Sita will cook when Lakshman brings the food stuff. 184. Now, Kaviraj Goswami describes Mahaprabhu's reaction. Tara upasana shuni prabhu tushta haila aste vyaste se viprarandana karila. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very satisfied. Tushta haila was very satisfied to hear the Brahman's method of worship. Complete absorption in Ram Lila. Lord Mahaprabhu was not angry. What is this? You are inviting me. I am hungry. Come on, give me food. No. Mahaprabhu is Bhavagrahi Janardana. He was very, very happy to taste the flavor of this Brahman's method of worship. Aste vyaste sei vipra randhana karila. Somehow or the other, finally, the Brahman hastily made some arrangements for cooking. But he was completely absorbed. Verse number 185. Prabhu bhiksha kaila diner tritiya prahare nirvina sei vipra upavasa kare. So this Brahman was completely absorbed. We are living in the forest. My Lord Ram is living in the forest with Lakshman and Sita. They are on Vanvas. And Lakshman has brought some fruits, roots finally. And Sita has cooked. And here it is. He offered Mahaprabhu. But it was 3 o'clock. Instead of 12 p.m., it was 3 p.m. He served late. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took his lunch at about 3 o'clock. But the Brahman, being very sorrowful, fasted. Nirvinna. The Brahman was very sorrowful, very sad. So he did not eat. He fasted. He fed Mahaprabhu somehow, but he himself fasted. Verse number 186. Prabhu kahe vipra kahe kara upavas kene eta dukha kene karaha hutash. While the Brahman was fasting, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked him. See the loving and caring nature of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu is asking him, why are you fasting? Kahe kara upavas? Why are you fasting? Why are you so unhappy? Kene eta dukha? And why are you so worried? Kene karaha hutash? Why are you so sad? Why are you so melancholic? What happened? Why are you not eating? Mahaprabhu is concerned about the Brahman, about the Ram Bhakta. He is Ramdas. Verse 187. Vipra kahe jivane mora nahi prayojan agni jale praveshiya chhadiba jivan. The Brahman Ramdas replied, I have no reason to live. Jivane mora nahi prayojan. I have no reason to live. I shall give up my life by entering either water or fire. Agni jale praveshiya chhadiba jivan. I want to give up my life. 188 verse. Now the Brahman is explaining the reason for his melancholy. Jagan Mata Mahalakshmi Sita Thakurani Rakshase Sparshilatare Iha Kane Shuni. Kane Shuni. I have heard with my ears. What have I heard from Ramayana? That, my dear sir, my dear Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I have heard Mother Sita is the mother of the universe and the supreme goddess of fortune. She has been touched by the demon Ravan, and I am troubled upon hearing this news. The other day we were talking about Maharaj Kulashekhar's, his absorption, his method of Shravanam. When he would hear the Valmiki Ramayana, it was in the present tense. He was present in that Leela. And this Ramdas Vipra in South India, in Madurai, he is demonstrating that same mood. In fact, just see, Maharaj Kulashekar also was living in Madurai many thousands of years ago. 3,000-4,000 years ago, he was living in Madurai. And now 500 years ago, in that same Madurai, there is this Ramdas Brahman who is having the same absorption in Ram Lila and same method of Shravanam, complete absorption. So, Kane Shuni, I have heard that Sita has been touched by that Rakshas, Ravan. And therefore, my Sita is Jaganmata, she is Mahalakshmi, she is Sita Thakurani. She's everything for me. And this Rakshas has touched her. I am very much troubled to hear this. Verse 189. E sharira dhari bare kabu na yuyai. E dukhe jwale deha prana nahi jai. My dear Mahaprabhu, due to my unhappiness, I cannot continue living. Although my body is burning, dukhe jwale deha, my body is burning, still prana nahi jai, still my life is not leaving my body. Why is that? I want my life to end. I want my pran to leave this body because this body is burning out of deep pain that my Sita Thakurani has been touched by that wicked Ravan. Look at the love, look at the absorption. Now Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replies, Namo Mahavadanyaya. Prabhu kahe e bhavana na karih aar, pandita haiya kene na karo vichar. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, please do not think like this any longer. E bhavana na karih aar. Do not think like this any longer. You are a learned Pandit. Why don't you consider the case? Pandita haiya kene na karah vichar. Why you are not thinking properly? Now Mahaprabhu gives. Verse 191 gives the answer. Ishwara preyasi Sita Chidananda Murti Prakata Indriyera Tare Dekhite Nahi Shakti. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu continued, Sita Devi, the dearmost wife of the Supreme Lord Ramachandra, certainly has a spiritual form full of bliss. Ishwara Priyashi Sita Chidananda Murti. She is Satchidananda Murti. No one can see her with material eyes, for no materialist has such power. Prakrita Indriyera Tare Dekhite Nahi Shakti. Mundane eyes cannot see her. A materialist's eyes cannot see Ishwar Priyashi Sita. Mahaprabhu is explaining. Verse 192. So Mahaprabhu said that a materialist cannot even see Srimati Sita Devi. What to speak of touching her? Sparshibara Karya Achuk Napaya Darshana Sitara Akrati Maya Karila Ravana. To say nothing of touching Mother Sita, a person with material senses, Prakrit Indriya, cannot even see her. When Ravan kidnapped her, he kidnapped only her material illusory form. Sitara Akriti Maya. It was a Maya Sita. Maya means that which is not. So he illusory form was kidnapped, was abducted by Ravan. 193 verse number. Ravana asite Sita antardhana kaila Ravanera age Maya Sita pathaila. Mahaprabhu continues. As soon as Ravan arrived before Sita, she disappeared. Hare Krishna. Then just to cheat Ravan, she sent an illusory material form. Aprakrita vastu nahe prakrita gochara Veda Purane te ei kahe nirantara. Spiritual substance is never within the jurisdiction of material conception. This is always the verdict of the Vedas and the Puranas. Hare Krishna. So, dear devotees, we are reading this very, very heart-touching section from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, where this Ram Bhakta is deeply pained because of his constant smaranam, constant remembrance of this pastime where Srimati Sita Devi was abducted by the wicked Rakshas Ravan. So what is this section from the Ramayana that this Ramdas and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are talking about? It is described in the Ramayana, in the Aranya Kand, that when Sita, Ram and Lakshman, they were living at Panchavati near Nasik, they spent many years at that place. And when they were towards the end of their 12-year exile, when there was hardly little more than a year left, Ravan came there to abduct Sita Devi. And he hatched a very wicked plan where he sent Marichi, the demon, who came in the form of a golden deer. And Sita Devi said, let us take this deer as a pet. Because the deer was constantly coming near Sita. Constantly coming near Sita. So Sita Devi thought, such a beautiful deer, he wants to be a pet. So Sita Devi said, our exile is almost over, only 1 year is left. So let us keep him as a pet. When we go back to Ayodhya, we can gift this golden deer as a royal pet to your mothers. So they will feel very happy. We have to take some gift for them from the forest. We can take this golden deer as a gift. And we can keep him very nicely in the gardens of Ayodhya as a royal pet. So Lord Ramachandra, to fulfill the desire of his beloved wife, Srimati Sita Devi, he went after that deer. And this incident teaches us, Srimati Sita Devi, through her own example, she's teaching us that when we have Ram with us, we should never desire anything else. And specifically, we should never send Ram to get something material for us. Hare Krishna. So Sita Devi is teaching us this lesson through her example. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Priya Bhakta Dware Annera Shiksha Kare Eita Prakare. Shri Narhari Chakravarti writes this in Bhakti Ratnakar, that the Supreme Lord teaches us valuable lessons through his dear devotees. So Lord Ramachandra is teaching us through Sita Devi that we should never ask for something mundane, something material to the Supreme Lord. We should never pray for anything material. I remember when in 2015, Jananivas Prabhu had blessed us with his association. He had visited us. I had requested him that please come home and teach me how to worship Shaligram Shila. So he gave me only one instruction. He gave many instructions, but in the end, he said, I have only one instruction for you. And that was, don't ask for anything mundane to your Shaligram Shilas. Never pray to them for anything mundane. So this teaching is there in Valmiki Ramayana. Sita Devi is teaching us that when Ram is with you, why do you want something else? Why do you desire something else when you have Ram? And moreover, why are you asking Ram to give you something mundane? Never. We should always pray to Ram that I want you. You are mine and I am yours. Ami to tomara, tumi to amara. Like Arjun, he did not want the Narayani Sena of Dwarka. He only wanted Krishna. Even if Krishna was not going to lift up a weapon, even though Krishna was not going to fight, I still want only Krishna. Nothing else. This is bhakti. And Ramayana is teaching us this lesson. Another lesson is when Sita Devi requested Lord Ramachandra, can you please bring that deer? He's always coming near me. He wants to be with us. We'll keep him as a pet. So please bring him. At that time, Lakshman said that I know all the 8.4 million species that Brahmaji has created. I know all the 8.4 million species that Brahmaji has created, and this deer is not one of them. Hare Krishna. So this is certainly an illusory form. So Lord Ram, please don't go after him. This is a demon. Just shoot an arrow and kill. And, oh no. Sita Devi was traumatized at the thought of killing that beautiful golden deer. So another lesson Sita Devi is teaching us through her own example is never disobey the orders of the spiritual master. Because Lakshman represents the Guru Tattva. He is the Adi Guru. He is Balram. He is Nityananda Ram. So when Lakshman says, don't go after that deer, it's a demon, kill. Sometimes the instruction of the spiritual master may seem very heavy, very difficult to follow. But without hesitation, we must carry out the orders of the spiritual master. Otherwise, we will lose Ram. Hare Krishna. We will lose the Lord of our life. So Lord Ramachandra went, then Sita Devi sent Lakshman to search for Ram, to make sure Ram is safe. It's a beautiful story. We will not discuss that. We don't have time. But when Ram and Lakshman were gone, Ravan came. He came in the form of a sadhu. Again, teaching us, we should not judge a spiritualist by the external appearance. Because sometimes even demons can come in the dress of a sadhu. We must understand them and judge them on the basis of their consciousness. How much love they have for Krishna. How much attached they are to Krishna. This is the yardstick we should use to understand the greatness of a devotee. Ravan, this episode of Ravan teaches us we should not judge a devotee by the externals. And vice versa. Sometimes a devotee may be in plain clothes. We should not judge such devotees. We have our Jayananda Prabhu, very senior disciple of Srila Prabhupada. He would wear shirt and pant and drive a taxi around San Francisco. But every penny that he earned, he gave it to Srila Prabhupada. He gave it to Krishna. So we should not judge. Oh, I am wearing dhoti kurta. I have a shaved head and a shikha, and you are wearing shirt, pant and tie. No. We should not judge like that. Sometimes great devotees may also appear in plain clothes. So we should not judge a devotee by the external. We should appreciate them based on the quality of their consciousness. Hare Krishna. So then, when Sita was alone, Ravan came in the dress of a sadhu. And then, when Sita refused to come with him, he manifested his Dashagriv, his Dashanan form, his 10-headed form as a Rakshas with 20 powerful arms. And he manifested his chariot that he had stolen from the Devatas. It was driven by 10 very powerful mules. Each mule was like Dhenukasur, very powerful. And he had a charioteer. He had the most fearsome weapons with him. And Sita Devi was all alone. All alone. And then he caught hold of Sita Devi, forcefully put her on the chariot and started flying towards Lanka. At that time, seeing that Ram and Lakshman had already gone for an hour, they must be deep in the forest. She felt utterly helpless. And she started crying out and calling out to the birds and the animals and the trees and Mother Earth to please tell Ram and Lakshman when they returned to the cottage, to please tell them that this 10-headed demon, Ravan, had abducted her, so that Ram and Lakshman will know what happened to Sita and they will come looking for her and they will rescue her. As she was calling out to the trees and the birds, one bird was sitting on top of a tree. And this bird's name is Jatayu. So let me share my screen again. I would like to read some verses from the Valmiki Ramayana. Are you all able to see?
Yes.
So, this is from Valmiki Ramayana, Aranya Kanda, Sarga 50. And there are many beautiful verses. We will not be able to discuss all of them, but at least some verses I have copied here. So now Ravan is abducting Sita away. So Valmiki Muni describes, Tataha Parvatakutab Hasti Kshanatunda Khagottamaha Vanaspati Gata Shriman Vyajahara Shubham Giram. So at that time, Parvata Kuta, like the peak of a mountain, our Khagottama, the best amongst the birds, Jatayu, was sitting. And Vanaspati means on top of a tree, Shriman Vyajahara Shubham Giram. Shubham Giram. So the speech of Jatayu is very auspicious. The speech of Jatayu is very good. And therefore, for the next few minutes, we will discuss some words that Jatayu spoke to Ravan as Sita was being abducted. When Sita, Ram and Lakshman came to Panchavati, they met with Jatayu. And Jatayu was a friend of Maharaj Dashrath. So Jatayu was like a father figure to Sita, Ram and Lakshman. And he told them, I have been living in this forest for 60,000 years. 60,000 years I have lived in this forest at Panchavati. And I am the king of the birds here. And as long as I am here, my dear Ram and Lakshman, you don't have to worry about Sita. I will assist both of you in protecting Sita because she's like my daughter. Because Maharaj Dashrath is my friend and she is the daughter-in-law of Maharaj Dashrath. So she is my daughter-in-law also. I will protect her with my life. One day, Jatayu had promised like this to Lord Ramachandra. And today the opportunity had come to fulfill his promise. Again, teaching us, my dear friends, when we make a promise, when we give our word, when we take a vow, we will be tested. We will be tested. And we must have the fortitude, we must have the integrity to pass those tests. Dashagriva sthito dharme purane satya samshrayah Jatayur nama nagham gridhrajo mahabalaha. So the description of Jatayu is given. Jatayur namnaham. My name is Jatayu. And Gridhrajo Mahabala. I am very powerful, O Ravan. And I am the king of the vultures. O Dashagriva, listen to my truthful words. Jatayu continues his beautiful speech. Raja sarvasva lokasya mahendra varunopamaha lokanam chahite yukto ramo dashrathatmajaha. Raja sarvasya lokasya, the king of all the people, Mahendra Varunopama. He has the valor and strength like Lord Varunadev and Lord Indra. Loka nam cha hite yukto, and he's always engaged in the welfare work of all the peoples. Ramo Dasharathatmajaha. Lord Ram is that person who is the king of all. He's as powerful as the devatas, and he's always engaged in welfare work. That Ram, he is the son of Maharaj Dashrath. Jatayu is telling Ravan, Tasyaisha lokhanathasya dharma patni yashaswini Sita nama vararoha yatvam hartu mihechasi. oh wicked Ravan, that Raja Ram, who is the king of the whole world, and he is Lokanath, he is the lord of all the peoples, his Dharma Patni, his wife Yashashwini, this all glorious Sita Devi, she is very beautiful, Vararoha, and Hartum Hirechasi, you are trying to kidnap her, you are trying to abduct her, the Dharma Patni, the wedded wife of Lord Ramachandra, who is Lokanam cha hite yukto, who is such a pious king. Katham raja sthito dharme paradaran paramrushe rakshaniya visheshena rajadara mahabala. So now see what Jatayu is teaching us. Something very important. He is teaching us how our speech should be in difficult situations. Jatayu initially, he calls himself Mahabala. I am very strong. My words are very truthful, Satya. So please listen to me, O Dashanana, O Dashagriva, listen to me. 10-headed demon, listen to me. Why? Because I am powerful and I speak the truth. What is the truth? There is a great king by the name Ram. He is the Lord of the whole world. He is very powerful. And his wife is this beautiful Devi, Srimati Sita. So first, Jatayu, he tried to dissuade Ravan from abducting Sita Devi by informing Ravan that wait. This beautiful lady is already married. Please don't take her away like this. She is another man's wife. And that too, not the wife of an ordinary man. She is the wife of Sri Ram, who is Lokanath. He is the Lord of the whole world. Please don't take away his wife. So first, he brings in moral values, moral principles to dissuade Ravan from his wicked task. Now, when that doesn't work, let us see what he does. He brings in the codes of conduct of dharma of a king. He says, Ram is a king and you are also a king, Ravan. You are the king of Lanka. You are Lankeshwar. You are also a king. So a king should treat another king's wife very well. A king's wife, Rajadara, should Visheshana, especially, should be Rakshaniya, should be protected. Especially, all women should be protected. But Jatayu is saying, please empathize with Sita because you are a king and she's also wife of a king. So you must protect her. And he is bringing in dharma. Katham raja sthito dharme paradaran paramrushit. You should never touch the wife of another man. Paradaran paramrushit. You should never touch the wife of another man. Jatayu is bringing in the principles of dharma. Second way he is trying to dissuade. Nivartaya matim nicham paradara bhimarshanat natat samachare dhiro yat parosya vigarhayet. So he's saying that a dhira, a sober person, will never do such a wicked act as touching the wife of another man. This act is very, very matim nicham. It requires a very polluted consciousness to touch the wife of another man. Paradarya vimarshana. So he's saying, nivartaya, please stop, desist from doing such a heinous crime of touching another man's wife. Now that doesn't work. So now let's see what Jatayu says. After appealing to the moral values, to the religious values of Ravan, Jatayu tries to dissuade. Because we all have, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, we all have a divine nature and a demoniac nature. We all have mode of goodness, passion, and ignorance within us. Sometimes mode of goodness is powerful, sometimes passion, sometimes ignorance. So like they say in the native Indian culture, there is a good dog and a bad dog within all of us. So here Jatayu is first trying to appeal to the good dog in the heart of Ravan. He's trying to appeal to the good side of Ravan. Please, please, Ravan, don't do this. This is very adharmic. This is very anti-religious. But that doesn't work. Then Jatayu uses the next technique. Papa swabhavaschapala katham tvam rakshasambara aishwaryama bhisamprapto vimana miva dushkritihi. Now he employs the technique of chastising, because he was 60,000 years old. He was elder to Ravan. So Jatayu uses his position of being an elder to chastise. When appealing to the good side doesn't work, Jatayu starts chastising Ravan. He says, Papa Swabhava, you have a Papa Swabhava, rascal, Ravan. After all, you are Rakshasambara. You are the king of those Rakshasas, the wicked man-eating demons. You are their king, and therefore you have Papa Swabhava. And Chapala, and you are very fickle-minded. Otherwise, how did you get Aishwarya, all this riches and opulence, and Vimana, even all this Viman that you are sitting on? This Viman belongs to Kuber. Because you are Papa Swabhav, because you are so wicked, you have attained all this Prapto, you have attained all this Aishwarya and this Viman because of your Dushkriti, because of your wicked activities like robbing and stealing. So now he's chastising Ravan. Vishayeva pure vate yada ramo mahabalaha naparadhyati dharmatma katham tasya paradhyasi. Now he is saying that Vishaye means your different objects of your enjoyment. Va pure, or your Lankapuri, your kingdom. Vate, or to you. Yada Ramo Mahabala na paradhyati. Lord Ramachandra has not offended you. Te, he has not offended you. Jatayu is saying, oh Ravan, Ram has not offended you. He has not offended your town, your capital, Lankapuri, and he has not offended or taken away any of your objects of your sense gratification. He has not abducted your wife, or he has not stolen gold from your Lanka. So Ram has not naparadhyati. He has not done any aparad to you, to your kingdom, or to your objects of sense gratification. He is Dharmatma after all. Ram is Dharmatma. Katham tasya paradhyasi? Then why you are committing aparad against him? If Ram has not committed any offense to you, why are you committing offense against him? So then Ravan may say that, oh well, he disfigured my sister. He killed 2 brothers of mine, Khar and Dhushan, along with their 14,000 soldiers. But here Jatayu is using the word Dharmatma. But he is Dharmatma. It was his dharma to attack Shurpanakha. Why? Because Shurpanakha tried to kill Sita. She wanted to marry Ram. And she wanted Ram without Sita. This is a demon mentality. So she wanted Ram without Sita, and Ravan wants Sita without Ram. This is a very typical demoniac mentality. To either want Krishna without his energy, or to want only Krishna's energy, enjoying Krishna's energy without acknowledging Krishna. Both are demoniac tendencies. Shurpanakha and Ravan both represent demoniac tendency, and their brother Vibhishan represents a devotee. What he wanted to bring Sita and Ram together. That is a devotee. So he says Ram is Dharmatma. According to Manu Samhita, certain aggressors can be killed. One of them is one who tries to attack with a deadly weapon, or one who tries to attack your wife. And Shurpanakha tried to kill Sita. She wanted Ram. Ram says, I am already married to Sita. Shurpanakha said, very easy. I will kill Sita, then you can marry me. And she charged at Sita to kill her. At that time, in defense, Ram ordered Lakshman that please stop her from attacking Sita. And Lakshman immediately, he took charge of the situation and cut off. She had long pointed nose and long pointed ears like demons have. He cut off her ears and the tip of her nose to punish her, subdued her and told her, out you go. Don't touch Sita. So Dharmatma, Ram is Dharmatma. He was completely justified in punishing Shurpanakha because Shurpanakha almost tried to kill Sita. Well, what about Khardhushan and the 14,000 Rakshasas who attacked at Janasthan? They too, they were aggressors. They tried to kill Sita, Ram and Lakshman. And Lord Ramchandra killed all of them only in self-defense. This is Jatayu's argument. Now, Atra bruhi yatha tattvam ko ramasya vyatikramaha yasyatam lokhanathasya bharya ritva gamishyasi. So he's saying, tell me, Atra bruhi, tell me tattvam, tell me in truth, ko ramasya vyatikrama. Ram has never offended you. Why you want to offend him by yasyatvam lokhanathasya bharya hritva gamishasi? How you can go kidnapping the wife of Lokhanath, Ram, when he has not offended you? He has never done any vyatikrama. He has not offended you. Then why you want to do vyatikrama on him? Why you want to be aggressor towards him? So chastisement is used. So chastisement doesn't work. This method also doesn't work. So now our Jatayu Mahajan, he goes to the next method of dissuading Ravan. Yadi Shurpanakha hetor janasthana gata kharaha ati vritto hata purvam ramena shlishta karmana. Just think about this. Jatayu is saying, just think about this, Ravan. If Shurpanakha, Yadi Shurpanakha at Janasthana and Khara, they attacked and they were all killed and destroyed and defeated. What makes you think you will be successful against Ram and Lakshman? What makes you think you will be successful? So now he is using a threat. Jatayu is using threat. Sarpamashi visham budhva vastrante navabudhyase grivayam pratisaktam cha kalapasham na pashyasi. Jatayu says, Sarpa means a poisonous snake, badhva vastrante. At the end of your cloth, at the end of your dhoti, Ravan, you are tying a poisonous serpent. Navabudhyase, don't you understand that by abducting Sita, it is like tying a poisonous serpent to the end of your dhoti? Grivayam pratisaktam cha kalapasham na paschati. Griva means neck. Around your neck, you are keeping a noose of death. You are tying a noose of death around your griva, around your neck. Kalapash. Na paschasi. Don't you see that by abducting Sita, you are tying a death noose around your own neck? Oh, foolish Ravan. So in this way, Jatayu is now using the method of threatening. So appealing to his good nature didn't work. Then mentioning the codes of dharma did not work. Then he's using the ploy. He used the reason that if Ram has not offended you, why you want to offend him? That didn't work. So now he's using threat. Now that also doesn't work. So now see what happens. After even threatening language doesn't work against Ravan, what does our Jatayu do? Vruddhoham tvam yuva dhanvi sasharaha kavachi rathi tathapyadaya vaidehim kushalina gamishyasi. Vruddhoham, I am old. Tvam yuva. On the other hand, you are young. Jatayu is telling Ravan, I am old, but Ravan, you are young. Dhanvi sasharaha. You have dhanvi, you have a bow. Sasharaha, with the best of arrows. Kavachi, you have got a armor, body armor. Rathi, and you have got a celestial chariot to make your escape. Tathapi, but still, Adaya, I am going to give you Vaidehim Kushali na Gamishyasi. Still, I will give you a fight and I will make sure that you are not able to easily get away with Vaidehi. Vaidehim kushalina gamishyasi. I will make sure you are not able to escape safely with Vaidehi. I will stop you. I will put up a fight. Nahi me jiva manasya nayishyasi shubhamimam Sitam kamala patrakshim ramasya mahishim priyam. Look at his love. Sitam kamala patrakshim. The lotus-eyed Sita, Ramasya mahishim priyam. She is the beloved wife. Mahishi, she is the beloved wife of Lord Ramachandra. Nahi me jiva manasya. As long as there is life in my body, with my last breath, I will fight with you, Ravan, and I will not let you go away with the wife, with the beloved wife of Sri Ram. Tishtha tishtha dashagriva muhurtam pascharaavana yuddha tithyam pradasyami yatha pranam nishachara. Oh Nishachar, oh wicked demon who likes to travel at night. Nishachar. Nisha means night. Nishachar. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Ya Nisha sarva bhutanam tasyam jagrati samyami. Tasyam jagrati bhutani sa Nisha paschato mune. What is the day for a devotee is a night for a materialist. So 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning is the daytime for a devotee. But that is when, after finishing their nightlife, the materialists, they go off to sleep at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, after partying all night. But for a devotee, that is Brahma Murta. The day starts, take a bath, and you chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And what is night for the devotee is the daytime for the materialist. So we like to sleep at 10 o'clock. So we can sleep from 10 to 3. That is the best time to sleep for a person. 9 to 3 actually. Those 6 hours are the best sleeping period. So devotee sleeps. But what is 9 p.m. to 3 a.m.? Oh, that is the peak nightlife. Partying, drinking, enjoying for the materialist. So what is night for us is day for them. So at night we should sleep. But these demons like Ravan, they do all their nefarious activities at night. So they are called Nishachar. So in the last verse, Jatayu is saying, Tishtha, Tishtha, wait, Dashagriva, oh Ravan, wait, Muhurtam, for a few moments you wait. Look, Pascha Ravana, you are my guest. Look Ravan, you are my guest. You have come to this part of the forest, which I have ruled over for the last 60,000 years. This is my forest. And you have come into my forest, Ravan. You are my guest. You are my Atithi. Yuddha Tithiyam. You are Atithi. So Atithi should be given some gift. So let me give you a gift, my dear guest, my dear Atithi, Ravan. I will give you a gift. What gift I will give you? I offer you the gift of Yuddha. Yuddha. Pradasyami. I am giving you the gift of battle. Battle with me. And Yatha Pranam. Let us battle to death. Hare Krishna. Yatha Pranam. Let us fight to the finish. Let us fight to death. But I will not let you go away with Sita Devi. Saying this, Jatayu jumps from the top of the tree. And he attacks Ravan on his chariot. And Ravan shoots many arrows at Jatayu. But with his powerful wings, Jatayu deflects all those arrows. Then he jumps on the back of Ravan. And Ravan is holding Sita Devi with 20 arms, it is described. And Jatayu starts with his powerful beak. He starts biting off pieces of chunks of flesh from all the 20 arms of Ravan. And Ravan is tormented. He says, He takes out his sword and he starts fighting. But Jatayu fights back. He breaks the armor of Ravan. Ravan takes out another bow to fight, to shoot arrows at Jatayu. But Jatayu, with his beak, he breaks that bow. While Ravan is picking up another bow, Jatayu attacks the charioteer of Ravan and kills the charioteer of Ravan. Then Jatayu single-handedly attacks the 10 mules. Those mules are also attacking Jatayu. And Jatayu fights with those mules and kills all 10 of those. By this time, Ravan has picked up another bow. And Jatayu breaks that bow also with his beak. He's fighting with his full strength. And then Ravan realizes that it is not possible to fight with him casually. I have to use my full strength. So he lets go of Sita. Now the chariot has fallen down because the mules are dead. The charioteer is dead. They are on the ground. And Ravan is badly wounded. And Jatayu is fighting with all his strength. Then Ravan releases Sita. And he starts fighting with Jatayu with all his strength. And Sita is praying for Jatayu. Sita says, Jatayu, stop this battle. Don't fight with this Ravan. He will kill you. You just wait here. And when Ram and Lakshman come, they will come shortly. Just tell them about my whereabouts. With your powerful eyes, you see where Ravan takes me. And then Ram and Lakshman will surely come and save me. Don't risk your life. Don't risk your life. Sita is praying to him. But Jatayu says, Yatha pranam. I'm going to fight till death. I cannot see you being abducted, my dear Sita. So he's fighting with full strength. Finally, Ravan whips out his powerful sword and chops off a wing of Jatayu. Because Jatayu begins to tire. It is described that they fought almost for an hour. Almost for an hour. And when Jatayu started, his energy started dwindling, started becoming weak, Ravan was very happy. He took advantage because he was young, Jatayu was old, and he chopped off a wing. And profuse blood started gushing out from that wound. And Jatayu fell down with one wing, he could not fly. And then Ravan attacked him even more and left him to die. Wounded him mortally and left him to die. At that time, Ravan again held Sita, and with his mystic power, he was able to make that chariot fly again. And as he was going, Sita Devi, with all her strength, she wiggled free from the grip of Ravan and she went to Jatayu. And she fell down on her knees next to Jatayu. She held Jatayu and started crying and started praying for Jatayu. Started comforting Jatayu with her love, Sita Devi. And Jatayu could barely breathe, he could barely speak. He said, when Ram and Lakshman come, I will give them the message. I will tell them where you are. And Ravan comes and he pulls Sita away from Jatayu. And Sita is holding on to Jatayu. I will not leave Jatayu. I will not leave Jatayu. He has given his life for me. I will not leave his side. Ravan, let me be with Jatayu at his last moments. And Ravan was so merciless. He pulled Sita Devi away from Jatayu, put her on the chariot and flew in the sky. This is the meditation of the Brahman in South India, in Madurai, my dear friends. Who will not be tormented? Who will not be heartbroken? This is love. This is devotion. It is described that Jatayu gave the news to Ram and Lakshman when they came. He told them exactly who Ravan was and in which direction he had taken Sita and how to find her. And then he left his body on the loving lap of Lord Ramachandra. And Lord Ramachandra brought water from the Godavari river. They bathed Ram and Lakshman, they bathed Jatayu, removed all the blood stains from his body and performed the last rites for him. Ram told Lakshman, from Vasishtha Muni, we have learned during our education, we have learned how to perform the Antyeshti Kriya, how to perform the last rites for a departed Vaishnava. So please create a funeral pyre and let us perform the last rites of Jatayu. And with great love, Lord Ramchandra performed the last rites of Jatayu. And then in the direction that Jatayu had pointed, Ram and Lakshman went. Eventually they found Sita Devi and they rescued her. They killed Ravan. Ravan's entire family was killed. His sons, his brother, his entire army, and Ravan himself, they were killed. Lord Ramachandra left no stone unturned to recover his beloved Sita Devi. He rescued Sita Devi and he came back to Ayodhya. And there the coronation ceremony of Sita and Ramchandra took place. And during that ceremony, all the Ayodhya Vasis, all the Vanar Sena, they were standing and they played something like Holi. They were throwing colors on each other. They were dancing. There was kirtan. There was feasting. There were musical instruments, Vedic mantras being chanted. Water from all the holy kundas, oceans, rivers was brought for Ram Abhishekam. It was very beautiful sight. But when the colors were being thrown in the air, Lord Ramchandra noticed that sitting on his left side, Srimati Sita Devi had tears in her eyes. She was weeping, seeing the colors being thrown in the air. And Lord Ramachandra asks Sita Devi, "Hey Sita, this is such a happy occasion. We are being coronated as the king and queen of Ayodhya. Everyone is so happy. The devatas are happy, the devis are happy, our mothers are happy. All the citizens of Ayodhya are happy. My brothers are happy. Everyone is happy. Our Guru Maharaj is happy. The Vanar Sena is happy. Everyone is happy. Why are you sad? Why are you crying?" At that time, in the Uttarakhand of Ramayana, Srimati Sita Devi, she tells Lord Ramachandra, "Look at these citizens of Ayodhya. They are throwing colors in the air. When I see that red color being thrown in the air, I remember the blood that gushed out from the wound of Jatayu as Jatayu was saving me, trying to save me from Ravan. I'm remembering my Jatayu and tears are coming to my eyes, my dear Ram." And hearing this, even Lord Ramchandra started crying. The Lord never forgets the sacrifice of a devotee. Jatayu gave the ultimate sacrifice. Manasa deha geha jo kichu mor arapilu tuya pade nanda kishor. He came out of his comfort zone to do everything for Sita and Ram. And this is the qualification of a first-class devotee. It is described that there are 3 types of disciples. The third-class disciple is one who tries to fulfill what the Guru has told, but doesn't succeed. Guru Maharaj has said, chant at least 16 good quality rounds on your japa beads every day. Follow the 4 regulative principles strictly and serve in the mission of Srila Prabhupada in the mood of the servant of the servant of the servant in ISKCON. And a third-class devotee, third-class disciple tries to do it, but doesn't succeed. A second-class disciple is the one who tries and succeeds. He remains true to his vows of initiation. But still, that devotee is not first class, it's second class. Who is a first class disciple? Who is a first class devotee? First class devotee is that who fulfills the vows of initiation and does more. Like Hanumanji. He not only found Sita Devi, but he even gave the message to Ravan. And he killed so many of the demons. And he burnt half of Lanka also. So this is a first class devotee. And Jatayu is that first class devotee. He could have sat down, observed, and then given the information to Lord Ram. And Lord Ramchandra would have been very grateful. Yes, thank you, very good. You gave me this information. And he would have been glorified in Ramayana as a messenger. But Jatayu did more than that. He went out of his comfort zone and did all he could for Ramchandra. So now here is a very interesting thing. Let us go back to the pages of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, my dear friends. This is very, very interesting. So now we'll go to the next verse. Vishwasa karah tumi amara vachane punarapi kubhavana nakari hamane. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling Ramdas Vipra of Madurai. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then assured the Brahman, have faith in my words. Do not burden your mind any longer with this misconception that Sita was touched by Raman. Prabhura vachana viprer haila vishwas bhojana karila haila jivanera ash. Although the Brahman was fasting, he had faith. Karila vishwas. He had faith in the words of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and bhojana karila. He accepted food. In this way, his life was saved. But this is not the end of the story. Then Mahaprabhu proceeded further to southern India. Okay. Then he went to another place known as Mahendra Shaila, where he met Lord Parshuram. He went to Setu Bandha, took his bath there. Then at Setu Bandha, let's see what happens. विप्रसभाय शुनेतः कूर्म पुराण तार मध्ये आईलापति व्रता upakhyan. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went further south and he went to the southernmost tip. And there among the Brahmanas, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu listened to the Kurma Purana. It is one of the 18 Mahapuranas, wherein is mentioned the chaste woman's narration. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur remarks that only 2 khandas of the Kurma Purana are now available, namely the Purva Khanda and the Uttar Khanda. Sometimes it is said that the Kurma Purana contains 6,000 verses, but according to Srimad Bhagavatam, the original Kurma Purana contains 17,000 verses. It is considered the 15th of the 18 Mahapuranas. Pativrata Shiromani Janaka Nandini Jagatera Mata Sita Ramera Grihini. So this is beautiful verses like the Pranam mantra for Srimati Sita Devi, mentioned in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. Kaviraj Goswami is saying such a beautiful verse. Pativrata Shiromani Janaka Nandini Jagatera Mata Sita Ramera Grihini. Srimati Sita Devi is the mother of the 3 worlds and the wife of Lord Ramachandra. Pativrata Shiromani. And she is Janaka Nandini. Among chaste women, she is supreme. Pativrata Shiromani, she is chaste. Among chaste women, she is the supreme. She is daughter of King Janak. Jagatera Mata, she is the mother of the 3 worlds, and she is Ramera Grihini. She is the wife of Lord Ramachandra. Such a beautiful verse. Pativrata Shiromani Janaka Nandini Jagatera Mata Sita Ramera Grihini. There is also a similar verse, almost like a pranam mantra in Bengali for Srimati Radhika Rani. What is that? Anyone remembers? Govinda Nandini Radha Govinda Mohini Govinda Sarvasva Sarva Kanta Shiromani. Srimati Radharani. Govinda Nandini Radha. Srimati Radharani is the source of all ahlad, all happiness to Lord Govinda. Govinda Nandini Radha, Govinda Mohini. And Krishna is Madan Mohan and she is Madan Mohan Mohini. She bewilders and enchants even Lord Govinda. Govinda Mohini. Govinda Sarvasva. She is everything for Lord Govinda. She is the Praneshwari for Lord Govinda. Govinda Sarvasva and Sarva Kanta Shiromani. And she is among all the goddesses of fortune, among all the Lakshmi Sahasra, among all the thousands and thousands of Lakshmis who are serving Lord Govinda, Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami, she is the supreme. Among all the Lakshmis, she is the best. Sarva Kanta Shiromani. That is Srimati Radharani. Govinda Nandini Radha Govinda Mohini Govinda Sarvasva Sarva Kanta Shiromani Pativrata Shiromani Janaka Nandini Jagatera Mata Sita Ramera Grihini. Ravana Dekhiya Sita Laila Agnir Sharan Ravana Haite Agni Kaila Sita Ke Avaran. When Ravan came to kidnap Mother Sita and she saw him, she took shelter of fire god Agni. The fire god covered the body of Mother Sita, and in this way she was protected from the hands of Ravan. This is mentioned in Kurma Purana. Maya Sita Ravana Nila Shunila Akhyane Shuni Mahaprabhu Haila Anandita Mane. So when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu heard in the Kurma Purana the description that the lady who was kidnapped by Ravan was actually Maya Sita, Mahaprabhu became very happy. We are almost done, my dear friends. We will be finished in 5 minutes. Just bear with me. Sita Laya Rakhilena Parvati Rasthane Maya Sita Diya Agni Vachila Ravane. The fire god Agni Dev took away the real Sita and brought her to the place of Parvati Devi, Durga Devi. So Srimati Sita Devi, the internal potency was placed with the external potency, Parvati Devi. And an illusory form created by Durga Devi, Maya Sita, was delivered to Ravan. In this way, Ravan was cheated. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, among the cheater, I am the greatest cheat. Vanchila, he was cheated. Vanchila Ravana. Raghunatha asiyabe Ravana marila agni pariksha dite yabe sitar anila. And then after killing Ravan, Lord Ramachandra performed the Agni Pariksha for the world to see. And at that time, Agni Dev brought forth the real Sita, Janaka Nandini, Ramera Grihini. He brought out the real Sita, and the Maya Sita form was burnt in the fire. It was anywhere, illusory form. Illusory means temporary form. Tabe Maya Sita Agni Kari Antardhan Satya Sita Ani Dila Rama Vidyaman. When the illusory Sita was brought before the fire by Lord Ramachandra, the fire god made the illusory form disappear and delivered the real Sita to Lord Ramachandra. Shuniya Prabhura Anandita Hailaman Ramadasa Viprera Katha Haila Smaran. So when Mahaprabhu heard this, Anandita Hailaman, he became very happy and he thought of who? The Madurai Ramdas. Ramdas Viprera Katha Haila Smaran. He remembered that Ramdas. This is very beautiful. We are almost at the end. Just keep listening, my dear friends. Esava Siddhanta Shuni Prabhur Ananda Haila Brahmane Rasthane Magi Sei Patra Nila. Indeed, when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu heard this conclusive statement from the Kurma Purana, he felt great happiness. And after asking the Brahmana's permission, he took possession of the manuscript leaves of the Kurma Purana. So Mahaprabhu, we have run out of time, so I'll just cut it a little short. So Mahaprabhu took the original Kurma Purana manuscript from the South Indian temple because he wanted that the Ramdas Vipra of Madurai should have absolutely no doubt that Sita was not touched by Ravana. If he would have taken a copy with him, maybe there would have been some tinge of doubt. But to completely remove the doubt, Mahaprabhu took the original manuscript. And for the Brahmins there in that temple, he made them make a copy with their permission. See, Mahaprabhu is so thoughtful, so considerate. Since the Kurma Purana was very old, the manuscript was also very old. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took possession of the original leaves in order to have direct evidence. The text was copied onto new leaves in order that the Purana be replaced for the Brahmins who were reading it. So nobody is at a loss. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu returned to southern Mathura, also called Madurai, and delivered the original manuscript of the Kurma Purana to Ramdas Vipra. Patralaya Punah Dakshin Mathura Aila Ramadasa Vipresei Patra Ani Dila. He gave the original. And in that original manuscript of Kurma Purana, these two Sanskrit verses are there, which Kaviraj Goswami has quoted directly. Sitayaradhito Vahanish Chaya Sitam Ajijanat Tam Jahara Dashagrivaha Sita Vahani Puram Gata Pariksha Samaye Vahanim Chaya Sita Viveshasa Vahanihi Sitam Samaniya Tatpurastad Aninayat. So this is the original Sanskrit from the Kurma Purana. When he was petitioned, when Agni Dev was petitioned by Mother Sita, the fire god Agni brought forth an illusory form of Sita, Maya Sita. And Ravan, who had 10 heads, Dashagriva, kidnapped the false Sita. The original Sita then went to the abode of the fire god. When Lord Ramchandra tested the body of Sita, Agni Pariksha, it was the Pariksha Samaya. It was false illusory Sita that entered the fire. At that time, the fire god brought the original Sita from his abode and delivered her to Lord Ramchandra. These two verses are taken from Kurma Purana. Now see what happens. Patrapaya Viprera Haila Ananditman Prabhura Charane Dhari Karaye Krandan. Ramdas Vipra was very pleased to receive the original leaf manuscript of Kurma Purana, and he immediately fell down before the lotus feet of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and began to cry. Patrapaya Viprer Haila Ananditaman Prabhura Charane Dhari Karaye Krandan. Imagine the emotions of this Brahman. विप्र कहे तुम्ही साक्षात श्री रघुनंदन संन्यासी रवेशे मोरे दिला दर्शन. What a beautiful verse. Ramdas Vipra is saying, Vipra kahe, tumhi sakshat Sri Raghunandana. You are directly, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you are Lord Raghunandan, you are Lord Ramchandra. Sannyasira Veshe More Dila Darshana. And you have come and given me darshan in the form of this sannyasi. After receiving the manuscript, the Brahman being very pleased said, Sir, you are Lord Ramchandra himself and have come in the dress of a sannyasi to give me audience. Mahadukha haite more karila nistar aji mora ghare bhiksha kara angikar. So now just see the sweetness of this interaction. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. My dear sir, you have delivered me from a very unhappy condition. I request that you take your lunch at my place today. Please accept this invitation. Now see what he says. So this Brahman is requesting, now please again take lunch in my house today. But why? Manodukhe bhalo bhiksha nadila se dine mora bhagye punarapi pailu darshane. Due to my mental distress, manodukhe, I could not give you very nice lunch the other day. Hare Krishna. Look at the guilt of this Brahman. He knew that because of his mental distress, he could not serve Mahaprabhu nicely that time. Somehow or the other, he cooked at 3 o'clock. Manodukhe bhala bhiksha. Bhala bhiksha nadila. That day I could not give you bhala bhiksha. I could not give you proper lunch. Mora bhagye, now by good fortune, you have come again to my house. Mora bhagye punarapi pailu darshane. Again I am having a darshan, this great fortune. Now please give me one more chance. Which means if we have not been able to perform devotional service nicely, my dear friends, we get a second chance if we are sincere. Etabali sei vipra sukhe paka kaila uttama prakare prabhu bhiksha karaila. Saying this, the Brahman very happily cooked food and a first class dinner was offered to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Prabhu ke bhiksha karaila. He gave very good bhiksha to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Very happily cooked, and this time it was first class. It was very first class. And he served with great happiness. Sukhe paka kaila uttama prakare. First class bhiksha he gave Mahaprabhu. This is so nice. Sei ratri taharahi tare kripa kari Pandya deshe Tamraparni Gela Gaur Hari, Gaur Hari, Gaur Hari, Gaur Hari. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu passed that night in the house of the Brahman. Then after showing him mercy, Kripa Kari, the Lord started toward the Tamraparni river in Pandya Desh. Mahaprabhu continues his journey, but not without giving such special mercy to that Brahman. Mahaprabhu came back to Madurai just to give pleasure to this Brahman. Now this Brahman was already pacified previously when Mahaprabhu had told him that it was Maya Sita, don't worry, don't feel sad, eat. He ate. But Mahaprabhu knew that he's not 100% convinced. He believes me, but still there is some threads of doubt. And to remove all the doubt, Mahaprabhu goes, gets the original copy and comes all the way walking to Madurai. He was not supposed to come back to Madurai, but he came just for Ramdas Vipra. This is the love of the Lord for his devotees, my dear friends. And he is Sakshat Raghunandana. He is Ram. He is Ram. Shadbhuj Gauranga. Such wonderful reciprocation, my dear friends, between the devotees and the Lord. So I wanted to share this very beautiful pastimes from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita and from Sri Valmiki Ramayana with all of you. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanand. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you so much for the very, very beautiful katha. It was so nice to hear it from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita and from the Valmiki Ramayana directly. So the entire katha, the narration, it was so heart-moving. So thank you so much for this wonderful session that you have given us. Very, very grateful to you, Prabhu. And yes, especially when you were describing about Jatayu, it was really, really heart-wrenching. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that description. And actually, we have put everyone on mute, so we encourage you to raise hands or text. Yes, thank you. So we'll start unmuting those who have raised hands. First, we have Seema Sinha Mataji from Doha.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Danvat Pranam. Prabhuji, a very nice katha, Jatayu, Prabhuji. So I have a question. You said when Agni Pariksha was done, that was Maya Sita Devi. But in Tulsi Ramcharitmanas, we come across a story that she was sent to exile. That was also Maya, Sita Maya Devi. Whole story was of Sita Maya Devi, or where she gave birth to Lava and Kush. So
No,
what was that?
that is real Sita. The one who was sent to Valmiki Muni's ashram, that was the real Sita. But the one who was kidnapped, who was abducted by Ravan, that was an illusory Sita, Maya Sita. But the one who gave birth to Lava and Kush, one who stayed at the ashram of Valmiki Muni, she was the real Sita. And why she was sent over there, that that is explained in Navadvip Dham Mahatmya of Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur. It was to experience Viyog, to experience Vipralambha, to experience the ecstasy of separation. That's why the real Sita was sent to Valmiki Muni's ashram, where she gave birth to Love and Kush. Is that okay, Seema Mataji? I think you are muted.
Ji, Prabhuji, thank you so much. Very nice katha today.
Can I make, before Kasturi Manjari Mataji's question, I want to make one very, very beautiful and sweet point. If Preeti Vilas Mataji, you give me permission, can I quickly make? It will take only 1 minute. Yeah. So I could not
Sorry,
hear,
of course, Prabhu, the time is all yours. You can please.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So now please, everyone, please pay attention. Please pay very close attention. So we saw from Kurma Purana, from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, that the Sita who was being abducted, who was touched, who was abducted by Ravan, was not the real Sita. She was Maya Sita. So who did Jatayu try to save? Did Jatayu try to save Maya Sita? Or did he get the credit of trying to save the real Sita? This I have heard from my spiritual master, Srila Radhanath Swami Maharaj. He says, Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam sathaiva bhajamyam. Because Ravan wanted to cheat Ramchandra Bhagavan and steal his wife in his absence. Ravan was cheated. But because Jatayu, yes, Karunika Gopika Mataji has written intention, very correct. But because Jatayu's intention was to serve, and he had pure intentions, he got the credit of giving his life for the real Sita. So, ye athamam prapadyante tam satyam bhajam. As we approach, Krishna reciprocates accordingly. So just see the beauty of here. Ravan gets illusory Sita. He thinks he has got the real Sita, but he gets illusory Sita. And Jatayu is trying to save the illusory Sita, but he gets the credit of saving the real Sita. Hare Krishna. And that's why when she was sitting in Ayodhya later on, when the coronation ceremony was happening and the red color was being thrown and she was crying, remembering Jatayu's sacrifice, she was the real Sita. That's why she remembered. If it was illusory Sita who interacted with Jatayu, how would this Sita remember? No, the sacrifice of Jatayu. How could she remember how the blood had gushed out when Ravan had chopped off the wing of Jatayu? It was because Jatayu was Daivim Prakriti Ashrita. Jatayu was with the real Sita, but Ravan was with the illusory Sita. This is the beauty of Bhakti, my dear friends. There is one more example of this. Same concept. Ye yathamam prapadyante tam sathaya bhajameham. But that we will discuss tomorrow, in tomorrow's katha. So this is the last point I wanted to make.
Amazing realization, Prabhu. That was so beautiful, so beautifully explained.
This Guru Maharaj's realization.
It's so nice. It's so nice. I'm going to unmute Kasturi Manjari Mataji and then read the messages.
Hare Krishna, Gadadahr Prabhuji, Koti Koti Danvat Pranam, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for the mixture of Srimad Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita and Ramayana. So beautiful, Prabhu. Thank you so much, Prabhu. I have a question about in the beginning you mentioned about that, and your this thing that we shouldn't desire or we shouldn't pray for anything mundane to the deities or Shaligram Shilas or in any ways. So I have a question, Prabhu. I mean, this is a question that comes up again and again and gets answered again and again, but still again. So many times when devotees go through some health challenges, and I think a couple of weeks back I mentioned something about a girl to you who is going through the reoccurrence of brain cancer. So she is back to St. Jude Hospital now. So her mother asked me to even ask you for prayers, Prabhu. That day on our class, I wasn't able to ask you, but now I was just thinking about then what is the right approach when devotees like that ask Prabhu. I mean, that was a terrible heart breaking for all of us here. So I just seek your guidance on that, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Then Sanatan Goswami was suffering from that very severe skin disease. All the devotees were praying that he recovers. When Gopinath Patnaik was raised on the Chang by the son of Maharaj Prataparudra, all the devotees, they were praying, they were petitioning Mahaprabhu to somehow save. So when a devotee is in distress, when a devotee is in a painful situation, it is our duty as Paradukha Dukhi Vaishnavas to feel the pain, to feel the sorrow, to empathize, and to pray to Krishna, to do what is best for that devotee. So yes, we should pray. And I humbly pray to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga to bless the little child who is suffering from brain tumor. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Ultimately, we always bow down before the desire of Krishna. Whatever Krishna wants, that will happen. But as Paradukha Dukhi devotees, we always pray for the complete welfare of all living entities, especially our devotee friends. So we should pray, Mataji. That is not mundane. Praying for devotees is not mundane, because devotees, nothing is material about devotees. If they live, they will spread the holy name around. And if they leave their body, they will serve Krishna in some another body. So for a devotee, it is service to Krishna that is always there, and therefore there is nothing material about praying for a devotee. It's very good to pray for it. What is material that Jananivas Prabhu was referring to was Dhanam, Janam, Sundarim, those things. Pray for wealth, pray for comfort, pray for green card. Praying for all those things. Give me a better this, better that, better promotion, project, job. Those are not directly spiritual things. But for our devotees, physical pain and sufferings be reduced so that the devotee can do bhajan, so that the devotee can develop in Krishna consciousness. That prayer is bona fide. That prayer is very nice. Is that okay, Kasturi Manjari Mataji? Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. It's really helpful. And this is just, and also, Prabhu, that about the Maya Sita and the real Sita. So I'm remembering hearing about that was it real Sita or Maya Sita. So this quote from Brahma Samhita, where it says Yadrishi, Yadrishi, Sharda, Siddhir Bhavati Tadrishi. Like whatever is our consciousness and intention, that is what we get, like the real or the Maya one. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Thank you.
Thank you, Kasturi.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Kasturi Manjari Mataji, and thank you, Prabhu, for the very beautiful answer. Do we have any more raise of hands, or shall we proceed with the comments? I did see Indu Mataji raising hand. Mataji, do you want to go again? Go now? Sorry, not again. Mataji, you have to be loud. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, good.
Prabhuji, Dandavad Pranam, very beautiful session, Prabhuji. And as always, you teach us so many things in your class. Thank you so much for that. Prabhuji, I just have a question. So you were talking about how Jatayu sacrificed his life for the real Sita Devi, and that's why Sita Devi could feel that even at that time. So Hanumanji also went to Sri Lanka, went to Lanka to find Mother Sita, right? So at that time, when he meets her, she has seen so much of separation from Lord Ram. So how can that be someone else?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
That Sita, who was sitting in Ashoka Vatika, Ashoka Garden, was also a great devotee. In her previous life, she was Vedavati. Vedavati only, no? What was
Yes,
her name?
yes, Prabhu.
Vedavati. Yes, thank you, Kirita Sundari Mataji. So she was Vedavati, and she is also mentioned in the Ramayana. She was the daughter of a great rishi in the Himalayas, and she was sitting and doing tapasya to get Lord Ramachandra as her husband. She was a great devotee, Vedavati. And at that time, Ravan saw her, that this beautiful girl is sitting alone in the forest. And he came and held her hair and wanted to take her to Lanka to be one of his queens. Ravan had abducted many daughters of rishis, many daughters of the devatas also. He had thousands of wives in Lanka. So he wanted to take Vedavati also. But Vedavati said, no, I have already given my heart to Lord Vishnu. And I will not accept a mere mortal like you as a husband. But because you have touched me, my body has become impure. So I will give up my body. So she immediately increased the fire element in her body and burned her body to ashes. And this Vedavati came to destroy Ravan in her next life as Maya Sita. Hare Krishna. And then that's why. Is that okay, Mataji? Because Lord Ramachandra is Ekapatni Vrata, he could not accept Vedavati as his wife. So she came as the Maya Sita. She got her, she became the cause of Ravan's death. So Ravan got the reaction for his bad karma. But this Vedavati, in her next life, she became the wife of Lord Srinivasan, Lord Venkateshwar in Tirupati. So she finally attained her fulfillment of her desires. Is that okay, Indu Mataji? Does that answer your question? Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji, thank you so much for the beautiful answer. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Parima Mataji, I'm going to unmute you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, please accept my Dandavad Pranams. What a nectarian Ram Katha. Prabhuji, I had a question. Vedvati could not become Rama's wife, but in the future, did she again come in Krishna avatar or something like that?
Yes, she became the wife of Lord Venkateshwar in Tirupati.
Oh, wow. Padmavati, I
Prithivila Mate?
Yes.
Okay, Prabhuji, thank you so much.
Hare Krishna.
I'll start reading the comments in the comment section. I mean, questions. Basically, there are several comments in the comment section. But first, we'll go with the questions. It says, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, then why Hanuman gets more importance than Ram Katha? We see that we always give a lot of importance to Hanuman. I think this is in connection to a previous question, and this is Seema Mataji from Doha. Mataji, shall I unmute you? You want to elaborate on your question? Because we didn't get it properly. Let me see where she is. Yeah. Mataji, you can unmute.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Sorry for asking so many questions. So, Prabhuji, from the childhood, we have always heard about Hanumanji, not about Jatayu. So, what was the reason for giving more importance to Hanumanji than Jatayu, Prabhuji? Hare Krishna.
So, I have heard from my spiritual master, Srila Radhanath Swami Maharaj, that among the pure devotees, there is no competition. We have the tendency to think, oh, is my spiritual master more advanced or this spiritual master is more advanced? That is offensive mentality. Among the spiritually liberated souls, among the pure devotees, there is no competition. So Hanumanji also is a pure devotee and Jatayu is also a pure devotee. So Hanumanji is the leader of all the devotees. And therefore Hanumanji deserves all the prominence and importance that is given to him. And we will be talking about Hanumanji tomorrow, in tomorrow's Katha. I have left Hanumanji for they say save the best for the last. So there is no competition. All the devotees are best. But Hanumanji has a very special, he is a eternal associate of the Lord. Hanumanji, we'll talk about him tomorrow. He's very special. He deserves all the prominence. Actually, he deserves more prominence than he gets. There is never a competition, Mataji. All pure devotees are perfect. There is never competition between them. Who should get more importance? Not like that. Hare Krishna. Is that okay?
The next question is from Nidhi Mataji. Hare Krishna Prabhu, very beautiful and encouraging class. I'm just confused as you mentioned the story that the Brahmana as Mahajan, but isn't there only actually 12 Mataji? 12 Mahajans. Yeah.
Yes. So there are 12 Mahajans mentioned in the 6th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam by one of the Mahajans themselves, that is Yamarajji. But the term Mahajan means anyone who is a very great devotee, very pure devotee. Even Nityananda Prabhu is called Mahajan. Nadi yago drumme Nityananda Mahajan. So Mahajan is any great devotee, great preacher. So in terms of the Mahajans mentioned in Bhagavatam, there are 12, correct. But then there are also other great devotees who are also called as Mahajans. Mahajan can be a term used for any great devotee, broadly speaking. Is that okay, Mataji?
Yes, thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
I have one more question here. Hare Krishna Prabhu, this is Antarmayi Subhadra Devidasi. It says, Hare Krishna Prabhu, for Ravana abducting Sita was like a snake around his neck. For a disciple, what's a snake?
To try to enjoy the facilities that come with the service to the Guru for oneself. Because, for example, because I have taken initiation in the family of Srila Prabhupada, in the family of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and because I am reading Srila Prabhupada's books, 46 devotees are listening to this katha right now. So this is not my credit. This is all mercy of Srila Prabhupada, mercy of Guru and Gauranga. But if I start thinking that 46 devotees are listening to me, then that is a noose around the neck of my spiritual development, my spiritual progress. So we should be very careful of this Kal Sarpa, the death noose around the neck. Whatever facilities we get, they are because of Guru and Gauranga. Whatever appreciation we get, that is because of Guru and Gauranga. No credit to us. We are simply postmen and postwomen. We are simply delivering the message. Should try to deliver it as nicely as possible, but there is no credit for us. If we start collecting followers, if we start collecting compliments, and we start thinking that I am very great, then that is a sure shot way to fall down, sure shot way to spiritual death. And the history of Vaishnavism is a witness to many such examples. So we have to be very careful of that tendency. Trying to enjoy what belongs to Krishna is a death news around us. Like Ravan was trying to enjoy Sita Devi for himself. He should be worshipping Sita Devi. He should be serving Sita Devi. But instead of that, instead of being like Jatayu, being like Hanumanji, he tried to take Sita for himself. That is a sure shot way of spiritual death. And this can happen to us as devotees in subtle ways. In subtle ways. I know one devotee, he once corrected his spiritual master in front of me. He corrected his spiritual master because he thought he knew a lot of Sanskrit, Hare Krishna. And within a couple of years, he was nowhere in the picture. He stopped chanting, he gave up ISKCON, he got attracted to something that devotees shouldn't even care about. And now he has given his life to that thing, which devotees should not even care about. Why? Because he thought he knew more Sanskrit. And he was in a position to instruct his spiritual master. And he instructed in front of many devotees. He corrected in front of many devotees. So if we get that type of ego that I know more and I'm very learned or I'm very great, then it's a sure shot way of spiritual death. That's why we say in our Prema Dhvani, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Which means all glories, 3 times for emphasis. Everything is given to Guru and Gauranga, nothing is for me. No glory to me. We don't say that, no glory to me in Prem Dhvani, but it is understood. Because all glories are gone to the devotees, Guru and Gauranga, which means no glory to me. So this Akinchan mentality has to be inculcated. I hope this answers your question, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Another question from Vrinda Mataji. Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you for a real wonderful class. My question is, when did real Mother Sita come back to the Ram Leela?
When the Agni Pariksha was conducted. That time the illusory Sita entered the fire and Agni Dev brought forth the real Sita. Is that okay, Mataji? Hare Krishna.
Antaryami Prabhu, do you have any question or a comment? If you're still, no, sorry. Okay. Kirtida Sundari Mataji, you can unmute Mataji.
Thank you so much, Priti Lasni Mataji. Hare Krishna, Gadadahr Prabhu, thank you so much for another masterpiece class. As I could read from the comments also, devotees are really appreciating it. So thank you once again, Prabhu. And especially I like when you connect each and every pastime to Chaitanya Lila, because Chaitanya Lila is very, very dear to me. But how beautifully, when we see that everything is there in Chaitanya Lila. So thank you for connecting that pastime with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastime. That's so wonderful. I don't have any question, Prabhu, but really want to express my heartfelt gratitude to you that you came on the call, you accepted the request, and you gave such an excellent class. So thank you so much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, and let's go on.
Thank you very much, Kirtida Sundari Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhu. And everyone has appreciated you, Prabhu. There are plenty of comments thanking you and lots of appreciations from each one of them on the call. And if anyone has any other questions and if we have missed you, please let us know. We can unmute, you can text, or I can actually unmute everyone if you all want to say Haribol to Prabhu. I've unmuted everyone, so everyone can come on video and chant.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. I mean, it's very well. Hare
Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you for
Hare Krishna, Dandavad Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Thank you so much.
So nice to
Hare
hear
Krishna,
from you.
Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Rajesh Yam.
Kaumodaki Mataji, you want to take over?
Thank you very much, Prabhuji, for your very enlightening class today. And we are very grateful to you. It's very, very wonderful class, Prabhuji. Very nice lecture. Just cannot appreciate enough. Yeah, we look forward to your association again in future. Will be tomorrow. Thank you, Prabhuji. And well, one shot, we can now end the call by Prabhuji. His mercy.
कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol.